So I have a lot of things I want to talk to you about, but I guess I have to start with how does it feel to be part of a movie that's the biggest box office film of all time?
Yeah, it's okay. Oh, God. I mean, look, very, very blessed to be in something that, I'm not really sure will ever be repeated ever again, to kind of the build-up of that, of 18, 19 movies and to that crescendo finish, just kind of everybody was so, they knew those characters deeply and they felt for them deeply as well at the end. And amazing.
Completely. Jumping into why I get to talk to you today,
Hi.
you've worked with a number of great filmmakers. What is it about Ang Lee that is similar to those other filmmakers, and how is he different, if at all?
No, I don't really go into the comparing. I just go into the project really, because I think in terms of Ang style, I feel like he's like the contemplative, quiet composer, that will just sidle up to you and just, will feel the air, and then it'll be a sentence or something that shifts your change in your performance, which I like.
Cool.
I enjoyed.
One of the things, I thought that the high frame rate in this movie, have you seen the finished film?
Yeah, I have.
So for me, the 3D high frame rate was incredible.
Yeah.
It's like looking through a window instead of a movie screen. What was your takeaway from it when you first saw it?
I mean, it's bonkers. This. I mean, like the fact that this is like a pioneering movie. That, I mean, when I first met Ang, when we talked about the project, he said, "Look, I think people will be shooting like this in 20 years' time. I just don't have 20 years," and it's just like, well, we're really spearheading with this, and the fact that it's 120 frames per second, and watching it, just being immersed by the colors, just obviously just so much information being fed into you. It's like you are kind of like, spherically there, and the sound quality, production values, and obviously with the three titans in Bruckheimer, Lee, and Smith, it's it's a wonderful cocktail to be a part of.
One of the things that I heard was, the cameras that he had to use were a little different. Some of them, I guess, were bigger. I'm not 100% on that, but he did mention it took more time to film because of the technology. Can you talk a little bit about working with the brand new technology and how it was maybe a little different?
I guess I can talk about the filming with the double will. I guess say we were in a barn in Glenville, and we'd be shooting that sequence with the body double Victor, and with the usual kind of dots that we've been known to see, and shooting that sequence there, and then going into a studio somewhere in Budapest much later with the Weta team, and them kind of measuring it out to scale, the barn, and us watching the footage, and Will switching roles, playing the younger Will now, and for us as actors was to replicate our movements again and keep them as close as possible. Yeah.
What was it like reading the script for the first time? Because I would imagine you're reading it and it's a younger Will. Are you at some point thinking, are they going to be able to pull this off? This is incredible stuff.
Totally, yeah. I just think, how are they going to do this? And yet, I remember when I was watching it in Utah, I was just, I was there just enjoying the story and watching the film, but constantly just shaking my head at these interactions with the older and the younger self, just going, how can this be possible? The physical touching of it as well, is it's just pretty extraordinary.
I would imagine that getting to work with Will, you've worked with a lot of cool people, but getting to work with Will Smith had to have been awesome. Yeah. Did you find more people wanted to visit you on this set than maybe some of the others?
No. I quickly closed that all off, because that happens a lot.
I would imagine. But What was it like working with him? Because I've heard he's such a giving and generous person.
Yeah. I mean, that is who he is. He is who he is, and that generosity of spirit, that the amount of food trucks and the continuity could have changed very, very easily. I mean, dinners everywhere, parties everywhere, just and just a lovely energy and an example to all leading actors out there on these big movies.
I definitely have to touch on. I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but The Dark Crystal.
Oh yeah, I've not seen that yet.
Yeah, it's unbelievable the puppetry and what Netflix did with that thing. What was it? What did it mean to be a part of that project?
Oh, I mean, it's fantastic. I always remembered watching that a while back, but to be in the sessions, I was wondering how they were going to do it. I mean, it was like 4 hour. Each session was a 4 hour session. And it was 11 sessions, Mainly I had just 4 large pitchers of water, really, and just constant trips to the toilet because they're just enabled to get this voice for the Skeksis. But it's from what I've seen of the footage, it looks amazing. Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I definitely have to touch on the fact that I am a huge fan of obviously the Marvel movies.
Yeah,
I think that the title Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness might be the coolest title they've done.
Yeah.
What have you heard anything from Scott about when you might be filming? Have you heard anything?
No, I did tweet Scott just to kind of confirm, am I in this? And he said, yes, I am. So, that's good to know. So we'll wait and see what happens.
How early on did you know that was happening? Or did you find out the day that they announced that title and everything?
I didn't know the title, but I had a few little inklings. Yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, me too.
One of the other things you have coming up, which, again, another thing I can't wait to see is Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Disney Plus thing. I've realized you've just put your hands in everything. Disney Plus,
They're
Netflix,
in every pie.
Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can you tease about Lady and the Tramp?
And not a lot. I mean, I've just, again, it's just these, I've been doing a lot of these kind of vocal sessions. And, I just kind of just throw everything at it, they just allow you to let rip and improvise a little bit. And
can you tease who your character is?
I play the bulldog. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just pretty much just getting your jaws out like this and working with it. So, not a kind of. I mean, I guess I went method there clearly. So,
I was going to say, I'm like, does that hurt after a while?
No, there's a lot of slobber. Yeah, I can understand why that kind of. Yeah, I'm changing a lot of t-shirts.
Right, that's great. Listen, I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank
Congrats
you,
on being
man.
part of this.
Cheers.
And have a fantastic day.
Thank you.